What is up, my fellow Token Nerds and fellow Scoundrel Nerds? Let's talk about episode 20 of Kamen Rider Zeztz. Now, for the record, D&D and Kamen Rider Zeztz, let's go! I'm a big D&D fan. I used to play this a lot when there was like a card shop in my town. But I haven't got into that for a while, and I really want to get back to that. But I'm so glad to see this in this episode. It was really fun. Also, can anyone answer this? When King Ojo was going on, were there no shadows during the green screen stuff? Because this is the first time I'm seeing something like this, and I can let it slide only because it's a dream. Because it's a dream, you're able to get away from not having the shadows. Because how many times would someone dream about their own shadow? You tell me. But I'm kind of glad that we start off with this group of kids that we're going with, that Baku and Nem are with. You know, it is what it is. The nightmare is really weird. When we first saw it back in, what was it? 18, I believe? I believe it's episode 18. It was... Ugh. Just having the eyes out like that, like a snail. Ugh. Creepy. Still kind of is. But now it's kind of weird. Because the personality of the monster, it very much feels like a kid. But I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. Moving on though. Also, I love the fight sequence with the Nightmare. I'm so glad we got to see Impact again. It really has been missed. Because, honestly, Impact is honestly my favorite form of everything in Zeztz so far. Inazuma is good. But I just like Impact a little bit more just because the colors pop a lot more. Personal thing. Don't get me on that. It's interesting that they're hinting at a Demon King, which I'm guessing is the main nightmare of this sequence. Oh, before I forget, last week's episode we kind of got like a reference to X8. We'll clear this game with no continues. I believe that is the catchphrase of X8. Thomas Shujby, if you're watching this, please let me know if I'm correct. I've not seen X8. I should. I must. Problem is, I don't like pirating. Sorry. Not sorry. Personal thing. Moving on. And honestly, you know, I love the vibe this just game. Game, fantasy, D&D, hitting all the right buttons. It's also interesting that Nox is kind of watching Baku, and Kiria is watching Nox. Which, according to the mission that number 3, which we don't really have a name for number 3 other than number 3. So, totally random question. Totally random. What is your guys' theory on what his real name is? You let me know. Could be anything that I just want to throw that out there. Tsubasa. That's what I'm going with. I'm sticking with it. But I like that the mission is tracking down the main base where Nox is. And yes, by extension, is a lady, which we don't see we don't see her in this episode. Surprisingly enough. She's definitely involved in this somehow. Because back in episode 3, when the Nightmare got loose, that was when they started planning this whole bad dream thing. Calamity. Oh, no. The bad dream calamity is what they're hinting at. But they planted the seeds of a lot of people having a nightmare. Which is very, very dangerous in most capacity. Because Yes, having one nightmare is enough. Multiple nightmares in one dream, that's scary. The mission is to capture the enemy's base, but that might be a little bit hard because A, everyone's sharing the same dream, but at the same time, someone must be dreaming this D&D world, right? If so, who came up with this realm? Who decided this would be it? And ultimately, what is the bad dream? Overall, we still have very little information to go off of, other than the fact that everyone is sharing the same dream. And before I forget, we did get the debut of code number 5, which he sounds old. I'm not gonna lie. If anyone knows what the actor for 5 is, let me know. Because I'm very curious. Because I know, like, Knox is, like, what was it? Somewhere in his 30s? I know he is currently the oldest secondary writer up to this point. But I'm curious to know what age is 5. Because he sounds like he's older than Knox. We'll see. So, and also I kind of like how they were planning this somewhat. The plan was to find the base that Knox was based off of, but 5 goes a whole different story. Also, number 3 said in an interaction that 3 and Kyria had, they said that the clock was ticking. What does that mean by the clock is ticking? It feels like they're hinting something's bad, but I don't know. The whole fight sequence with 5 and Knox was really good overall. 5 is definitely the muscle of this whole thing. I'm not even questioning it at this point. Because, dang, he is a totally different agent than Kyria, Knox, and Baku. Where they were a bit more... how I put this? Knox is more strategy. Baku is more of the skilled. And Kyria is... She is starting to feel like the shooter. Or, yeah, the sniper of the agent factor. So having 5 be the muscle is very... Definitely shakes up the formula of what code is. Which I'm curious to know what number 3 will be. What do you guys think number 3 will be? And also the suit for 5. Okay, I know it's like a remake of Nox Knight. It's still kind of good though. I like that there's a red accent color to him. Also, I like the shoulder pad that's kind of by the strap of the belt. That's pretty cool. I mean, it definitely gives variation on what the forms could be. Which, yes, if anyone asks, I know what's coming. I know what it looks like. I'm going to say my thoughts until we actually see it in person. Well, not in person, but in the show itself. So, I just want to get the feel of it on how it moves and all that. Because I know it's a bulky suit, and the other is a bit more... It feels more tactical. Feels more tactical base. What was it? I'll cover that when it comes out. So, yeah. Overall, definitely sets up a lot in this episode. Definitely is... It feels like... It almost feels like an endgame. But I know we're somewhere close to the halfway mark. in this show. So, but overall, I'm enjoying it. And I can't wait to see what the next episode brings. So, until next time, let me know what are your theories about the next episode. And, question of the day. What do you guys think will happen? Well, what do you think the main nightmare is? Either way, if you like what you see, press that like button and make sure you're subscribed to keep up to date on upcoming videos. So, until next time, take care.